What's the hold-up, innkeeper? That beer.
Hey, my lovely. Zizka told me you found...
Hole in the wall.
I see the owner's got a sense of humour.
Unfortunately, I don't think it's a joke.
Catch you stealing wood?
Not a chance.
What's new in the city?
Nothing much.
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. Do you know him?
You'd be surprised the people I see, Chenyak. I don't know nothing.
Show me your... I'd like to That?
Many. Thank you, sir. And come again.
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. Do you know him?
Aye. But I reckon I ain't gonna tell you nothing.
Why not?
Because I don't know you. Although the way you're kitted out, you seem like you might fit in here.
You don't know me, and you don't want to tell me anything. I get that. But there must be some way I can get you to trust me. I'm sure there are things I can help you with.
Course there is. But we're mainly looking for fellas what can handle themselves. Ever since this town got a new lord, we've had to use a bit of violence now and again, innit?
I don't have any problem with violence.
Most times a fella tells me that, it ends badly for him. Anyways, if you want to join us and get some jobs, go across the yard to the barn. You'll find Goliath there, and he'll let you know if you're up to it or not. And if you get through that alive, come back here and we'll talk.
A bandage! Quick! I hope that's enough.
And stand up to Goliath.
You know how it is. The bigger they come, the harder they fall. It's all in the technique, innit, mate?
You ain't wrong. If you want to give it another go, have a word with Mole. We have this contest, if you get my drift. What was it you wanted to know?
I'm looking for Goatskin. I hear he used to come here.
Aye. Thing is, ain't nobody seen him here for a few days.
But he used to come here.
Aye. He was here day in, day out. Only this time some burly lads came here and duffed him up proper.
What happened to Goatskin? Does anyone know where he is now?
No word. But I reckon he's holed up somewhere, licking his wounds. Seems he stuck his nose in a wasp's nest, and he won't be sticking it out again for a while. If you're going to look for him, try it at night. He don't stray far when he's on the job, usually between Hradek and the horse market. He goes after drunks, so I try asking in the local drinking dens.
All right. What does he look like, though? He can't be the only fella who likes to relieve drunks of their purses.
God's truth, but you'll know Goatskin when you see him. They call him that on account of how he got kicked in the head by a goat as a nipper. He's got a dent in his forehead you could use for a game of marbles.
Why didn't you defend Goatskin? Isn't he one of you?
He is and he ain't. I'm no saint, but that Goatskin stepped in some nasty shit and then walked it in our door and all. I ain't saying we don't look out for each other, but there's limits, innit?
All right. I'll head out.
Good luck. Farewell, good sir.
Stay.
What are you doing here? Huh?
Good day to you.
Filthy again. Damn it.
Nice out today.
Lord be with. Take care for now.
If you get hungry,
Come here for a word. You're new here, aren't you? Has Chenyek talked the head off you already?
We spoke.
I'll give you some good advice to start with. Don't listen to his bollocks about a fairer society and the honourable struggle for a better tomorrow. It's just bullshit to mess with newcomers like you. By the way, they call me Knuckles.
You sounded pretty convincing to me.
Aye. Chenyek can sweet-talk people like no other. I mean, Chenyek talks about sharing stuff fairly and how we don't do it for the money. But you know what? It's horseshit. It's every man for himself down here, even if they say otherwise. And Chenyek just gives it such a nice polish.
Are you saying he lied to me?
More like, he didn't tell you the whole truth. I heard from friends that Sigismund has a bottle of very fine wine somewhere in his warehouse. The kind of wine that you don't often see. I have a buyer for it. So if you bring it to me, I'll give you half the coin he's paying for it.
That sounds reasonable.
I knew we'd get... The wine is in a warehouse somewhere. If you find it and bring it to me, I'll give you a better price for it than any merchant in the town. So think about it. The buyer I got is particularly interested in this bottle.
I'll look for it. Chenyek said you could give me some gear too.
All that talk about equality, brotherhood. But when it comes to lockpicks, I'm supposed to give you stuff from my own stash. Here's something you might find useful.
Thank you. So I stole the wine from Sigismund's storehouse, as you asked.
Splendid. And what are you going to do with it?
Here you go. And I want the half you promised me.
Don't worry. I've got the groschen saved for... Here they are.
Thank you.
No, thank you, brother. Thank you. Take care. Cap.
Tell me more.
What can I tell? With the guild.
Don't you have any...
Listen, believe me.
What can you...
I'm not going to let me spare you. We're scram
So why does the...
to survive, I bet.
So you're not in it for the noble cause, I gather?
That's right. At least I'm willing to admit it. But the others seem to really believe the stories about society where all folk are equal. Take care, sir.
Oh, so hungry I could eat a horse.
I'm sorry. Good day.
Good day to you.
I'll fucking hurt you, so help me God.
Greetings.
I brought you some food.
Dear God, I must be dreaming. So much food. It's like a royal feast. I'll fill my belly and even have some left over for tomorrow. Who should I thank for these gifts?
All this is from the Kuttenberg Guild and the good King Wenceslas.
Is this how the guild takes care of us? Wonderful. May God bless our King Wenceslas. Hey, what's that?
No, you don't. Come.
You won't get me. You pooch. My God.
I brought you some...
Sweet! I'll fill my... Who do I...
All this...
Is this how... May God... See you later, my friend.
Greetings.
I'm bring...
Dee, who sent...
The Kutten...
Look!
It's the last time I ate something.
Good day, sir.
I brought...
Sweet. Who do I...
All this...
Is this how the guild... May God... See you
I need
later, my
something
Welcome, sir.
I brought...
Dear God, I'll fill my... Who should I...
All...
May God... Farewell, good sir.
people, help out.
Good day to you.
I did what you asked.
Great! So you robbed the chest and fed the poor?
I robbed the chest and left a few heads of cabbage for Sigismund. He's good for a week.
Beautiful! Good work. What about the beggars?
I fed as many people as I could.
You're a hero. Folk will really appreciate that, you know. They've never eaten like this before. Now, that wasn't so hard, was it? And that feeling of satisfaction. We may not be any richer, and yet...
You know what? I'm beginning to understand the guild's modesty.
See? And now, let's talk about your next job. Just before I tell you more about it, try talking to Rat. I'm sure there are a few side jobs for a chap like you. And Goliath could teach you how to throw a proper punch. He's the best brawler far and wide.
You said you have some more work for me. What is it?
Well, a far and wide.
You said you have some more work for me. What is it?
Well, you might have noticed there's some houses in Kuttenberg with peculiar symbols on them.
What symbols?
Kind of little markings you'd easily miss if you don't know about them. But you'll spot them if you keep your eyes peeled.
What are they for?
Before we was here, before the guild, even before Sigismund turned up, this whole place was under the thumb of another gang. They didn't have a name, and they wasn't aiming at a greater cause like us. They was mostly thieves, but it was hard to get the drop on them, on account of how cunning they was.
And they use these symbols?
They thought them up.
And what were they for, these symbols?
It was a way of marking houses. One of the crew drew a symbol to send a message to the others.
Smart idea. But what's it got to do with me?
Being able to use them symbols would come in plenty handy for us. Think of all the benefits. We tracked down one of the old gang recently. His name's Hinek, but he used to call himself Greaser. He was a bit of a know-it-all and made fun of everything. I sent Hogg to find out the meaning of the symbols from him, but I'd rather someone else kept an eye on him.
Where can I find this Hinek Greaser fella?
I'm glad you're up for it. His house is on the edge of the check quarter, near the gate. Take care, sir.
Hey, Henry, come over here.
Chenyak wants me to do something.
What does he want this time? That idiot would be better off finding himself a woman instead of thinking up damn fool shit. Let me guess. It's something real important that'll help us in our noble cause.
I'm supposed to keep an eye on Hogg, who went to find out the meaning of the old thieves' symbols around Kuttenberg.
And what do you think about it? Are you gonna help him?
I think so. It could help in our fight against Sigismund.
I guarantee you Sigismund don't give a fuck about no scribbles on houses. This is just a missed opportunity for us to line our purses.
You think so?
Look here, friend. If you find out something about them symbols, tell me, and I mean only me. I promise you, we'll make a fortune out of it. They ain't just any old symbols. They're thieves' symbols, see? Help me out, and you won't regret it.
I'll have to think about it.
Don't wear your brain out. There ain't nothing to think over. When you find out more about them symbols, you know where to find me. See you soon, my friend.
Where do you want to go? Do you really think things will be better anywhere else?
I don't know. This place is really
Whatever.
I talked to Knuckles about the symbol.
Let me guess. He wants to use them to get rich.
Well, yes, actually.
That's Knuckles for you. But I think he'll eventually understand it's better to think of the bigger picture than just himself. Nevertheless, until you find something out about the symbols, come and see me directly.
I don't have any...
All right.
Halt! Who's there? Oh,
God damn it, Hog! What have you done? We won't get anything out of him now.
startled me there.
What the fuck happened here?
Well, he had a fall.
A fall? He just fell over all on his own and ended up like this?
On his own, honest to God. Fell over and died right before my eyes.
Oh, Jesus. Tell me everything from the beginning.
Well, Chenyek sent me to go and ask about them symbols. Polite like. Only this bastard started fucking with me.
Oh, the fucker. He was just asking for it.
Oh, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He was laughing in my face, giving me all sorts of riddles. So I lost it and gave him a bit of a slap. Only he caught another one from the table on the way down and it ended up like this.
Chenyek had a hunch this might happen. Did you find out anything about the symbols, at least, before this?
When I start seeing red, I don't ask no questions.
Do you remember anything, at least? Anything?
He talked to me in riddles. So I tell him I ain't no little kid, and to talk to me normal like.
And then?
When he saw the smoke coming out of my ears, he said he'd show me some important parchment, but that annoyed me even more. Do I look like a fucking scribe?
Was there something written on it?
Well, how should I know? I gave him a slap, and that was that. Take a look at it yourself. I reckon you got a better head on you. Quick, search him. I can't read. Take a look yourself. Well, can you read it? So, did you read it?
Yes, but unfortunately for you, it's another riddle.
Oh, Della!
Something about a vineyard and running water. I can't make much sense of it.
The bastard! He's fucking with us even from beyond the grave!
Well, it's our only lead to find out anything about the symbols.
Oh, I don't have the noggin for this shit, Henry. Chenyek has the quickest wit of all of us. If you can't crack it, you can ask him. But please, don't tell him nothing about me. Let's get going.
Hinek gave Hogg a peculiar riddle, and we can't quite figure it out.
Old Greaser was known for those. Tell me then, what did he say?
A vineyard in the town. Strange, but who knows? And yet there it is, quite nearby, by the water that gushes. Now listen and try to keep your eyes open so that you can tell. Shortly after the midday bell, you'll find us where the shadow goes.
Sounds pretty mixed up to me. A vineyard. I only know the one outside of town, but Riddle mentions one inside of it. It must be something similar to a vineyard, and the part with the water might be a well? Or maybe a fountain?
Well, thanks. I'll see what I can do. Fountain? Where does the water come from? Here, in the middle of the city.
I should get going.
It's you. Back already?
Looks like welcome here.
Sure does. Go on then.
Nobody's opened this door in ages. Oof. It's pretty musty in here. This is no regular cellar. This must be it.
Hey! Where's that beer?
At your service.
I found out the meaning of the symbols.
I knew I could trust you. Let's hear it.
Here they are. You see these drawings? This means there's something valuable. Here's a fence who buys stolen goods. Here, an underground tunnel. And this means they'll let you sleep in the hay.
Thanks, Henry. No more walking around blind. This will make us rich. See you later, my friend.
My God, you're all covered in blood.
I've deciphered the meaning of the symbols.
Fantastic. How do you manage that?
Well, it was pretty confusing. But in the end, I managed to find the old thieves' hideout.
And what about Hogg?
He killed Hinek. He didn't mean to, but he did.
That moron. Sometimes he snaps, and then people think we're all like that. And that the guild is just a bunch of thugs and ne'er-do-wells.
Thankfully, Hinek had a parchment on him that led me to the symbols.
Let me see. I'll copy them. These will come in handy. Imagine the look on Sigismund's face when his rich friends in the city start running out of silver.
Here they are. I'm glad I could help.
Tunnel markings. Great! And I saw this symbol for riches on the house right next door. You can go and check it out if you want.
Do you have any more work for me?
Not just now, but something's coming. I'll send for you when the time's right.
Greetings.
Chenyek said you might have some work on the side for me.
Sure. You did a pretty good job last time. I'll give you that. So, I think you can be trusted.
So, do you have something?
You know the rules. If I tell you about it, you can't back out.
I know how it is. I'll do it.
Good. But there's a catch. It's not dangerous, it's just not for the faint of heart. You see, a certain mine owner recently kicked the bucket, and we need to bring him back to life. That Hanneman rot may have been a cunt, but he sure was rich, and above all, childless. So, by law, the church, the city, and that Hungarian horse son Sigismund will all get a share of his property.
And what do you want me to do?
Fortunately, Rot was vain enough to be buried in a tomb with his rings, and more importantly, his seal. Now do you get it?
Ah, I understand. The guild could use the seal to conclude a few interesting binding contracts, eh?
Most astute. Exactly so. Bring me the seal, and whatever else you find on the way is yours. Corpses can always be difficult, so if you want any good luck charms, just say so.
What does the seal look like?
Nothing special, just a bronze seal on a neck chain.
Where is the dead mine owner's tomb?
Right in the Sedlet's graveyard in the underground ossuary. Just look for a freshly bricked hole in the wall. It might be marked with something.
Good. Now I know everything.
So, break a leg, brother.
Do you have one of those thief's charms for good luck?
Naturally. Tried and true. Yours for a few groschen.
Fine. How's this?
You really won't. By all means.
Tell me more about these thieves.
One couldn't get by without them in our profession. You can usually buy them cheap from an executioner or knacker, since they're the only ones who can cut into corpses. Fingers, hair, veins, teeth, and fingernails. They're all good if you want to be lucky and not get caught red-handed.
Good.
So,
Show me. Fresh plaster, cross on the wall. That'll be it. Damn, the seal isn't here. Somebody got here before me. I'll have to go pay a visit to the local gravedigger. Quick! God! Whoa! I'm interested in that recent funeral of the rich mine owner, Hanneman Ross.
Yeah. And what's it got to do with me? He's dead. His tomb's in the ossuary.
And you don't know anything about the looting of the tomb?
God, no, nothing. He's dead, buried, and the work is paid for. I don't know anything else.
Fine. We'll let it be, gravedigger. I want to ask you about that tomb.
God, again?
Fine. We'll let it be, gravedigger.
Take care, friend.
Yell at each other. Do it somewhere else.
Hold up, innkeeper.
One beer.
Hey! Where's that beer?
Am I supposed to open my mouth and wait for it to rain? A chance.
I found the seal of the dead mine owner, Rot. Here it is.
Very good, brother. Very good. Did you have any trouble?
No, nothing out of the ordinary happened. It's just that ossuary is such a creepy place. At any rate, the gravedigger now has a good reason to brick up the tomb again.
See how my charm protected you. Things could have also taken a nasty turn.
What will you do with the seal now?
I'll put it to good use, of course. But that's my concern. The guild thanks you. Now that cunt Sigismund and his councillors won't get a single groschen from Rot's will.
I'm glad to hear that.
If you're interested in some more work, or would like to learn something, you know where to find me.
Do you have any more work on the side for me?
Good thing you asked, brother. I've got a hot tip that could be worth your while. But you know how it goes. No job can be taken for certain.
By all means, continue. I'll do it.
There's a German innkeeper by the name of Bakervetz. That cunt backed Sigismund and is thick as thieves with his
I don't know him or the tavern.
Word has it, he didn't come by that tavern in the most honourable of ways. They say he got the coin for it by stealing with a pack of bandits. And not just that, they say the rest of his stolen treasure is hidden in the cellar under the tavern.
Good day.
That's a pretty sketchy story, isn't it?
Sketchy or not, makes no difference. We can't risk Bakervitz cutting a cut of our pie. Get into the cellar and steal everything you can get your hands on. Just to let the innkeeper know The guild has its fingers everywhere. Go ahead and sell the items, so you get something out of it. This time, we don't care about them.
Fine. I did find a few odd things there. I'll try to find the rest.
If you don't know where to dump the stuff, I know a place. Innkeeper Helga in Zurich knows a trafficker. Go and talk to her to make arrangements. The password is Big-Eyed Monkey.
Where is that tavern?
Not the tavern, the cellar beneath it. It's in the Italian quarter by the big church.
What exactly should I search for in that cellar?
I don't know. A hiding place or locked chests? Anything interesting.
Where should I ask about the trafficker?
At my friend Helga's. She runs Zur Eiche Tavern in Old Kutna.
Fine. I'm off. I'd like to learn something.
What would you like? Hmm?
Be careful.
I'm sorry.
Taking their time again.
You shouldn't be walking around in the dark. Clear off! Do you hear?
A large beer for me.
It's my chink too, though. Who'd have said you'd snaffle it right?
God, a wedding dress? With old dry blood stains? Crime or a tragedy?
Well, maybe that
Tough
stang
to
of
say.
theirs.
Damn! Maps of hiding places. Bakervet's really was involved in some shady business.
Whoa, whoa.
May God give you...
Grüß Gott.
I have some hot goods for you.
Was?
Rat sent me to you.
I don't buy any rodents. Wouldn't you rather have something to drink?
I'll have a big-eyed monkey.
Verstehe. And who are you looking for, mein Freund?
I had a chance to get to know innkeeper Bakovets a little better. He had a few interesting items hidden in the cellar.
A few rags and a piece of rusty scrap metal. And Red told you I know where to sell this stuff.
She just told me the password. Nothing about the middleman.
Na prächtig. That is the agreement. But this junk is worthless.
Bakovets has influential friends among the Kuttenberg councillors. The guild will do well to have some dirt on him.
Gut, you have recht. But if I don't like it, we're done. Gut, abgemacht. Stop by once you have something better for sale. Bis bald.
Ja! Go! Ja! Quick!
What are you doing here?
I'm resting. There has been so much to do lately that even I, too, must rest before proceeding. Like peasants at harvest time, that is hard labor, too.
Where are you going?
Wherever I am needed, where my help is required.
With what?
Sometimes with their pain, their suffering, their hatred. It varies from one soul to the next.
You sit there so serenely as you tell me such things. You're a little scary. You know that?
I scare you? You need not fear me. I don't hurt anyone. I only help. It is that which comes before me you should fear, not me. If I may, I have a question for you too.
You may.
We have seen each other many times. Why have you left it until now to stop by?
I don't remember seeing you before.
Really? I have always been with you whenever you... Well, never mind. Just consider how many times you have had me by your side. I am leaving now. Good luck, Henry of Skalitz.
You know my name? And you know where I'm from?
I was there. It kept me very busy.
Quick! Go! Ka! Ja! Whoa!
Hey, Henry, over here.
What is it you want?
You must be Henry.
Yes, I am.
I've got a message from Master Chenyek for you. Go and see him in the Ole as soon as you can.
What does he want?
Well, I don't know. I was just told to find you and give you the message.
I'm as hungry as a wolf.
No fucking way. He was Service is kind of slow today.
Good afternoon.
I'm here. I'm sure you have another job for me.
I do, but not just any job. Dies Irae is upon us. We'll finally hit Sigismund where it hurts the most. We'll cut off the flow of silver into his purse.
Sounds like you want to shut down his mines.
Aye, that's exactly what I'm planning to do. Well, what we're planning. And you'll be the most important figure on the board.
What do you mean?
As you already found out, the flow of silver is the reason why Sigismund laid siege to the city. If we take that reason away from him, he'll have no choice but to leave.
If you put it simply like that, I reckon you're right.
Can I count on you?
Aren't you afraid of the gallows?
What's one human life compared to the importance of saving the entire kingdom? Someone would have to rat us out, and I don't think any one of us would do such a thing.
How do you want to do it?
With the combination of modern science and some good old hellfire.
Could you be a little less cryptic?
We're going to blow the place sky high.
Why me, of all people?
You're reliable, Henry. You've proven yourself. Besides, I've heard you've been down in a mine already. It won't be anything new to you.
I still don't exactly know what it is you want me to do.
Do you know what black powder is?
I've had the pleasure. A lot of smell, smoke, and noise.
1 barrel should be more than enough for our purposes.
A whole barrel?
We need to collapse the adits, and to be sure it'll work. Your job will be to get your hands on the powder and bring it to the mine.
You can count on me. Do you know where I could start?
I know exactly where. Ask the gun forger, Eldris. He's one of the Kuttenberg councillors and one of Sigismund's men. If there's anyone that knows where to get black powder, it'd be him. Wouldn't it be the irony of fate that the one behind Sigismund's fall will be one of his allies?
Getting the information out of him won't be easy. But we'll see.
I'm sure you'll figure it out. And remember, I don't want to see any needless violence and bloodshed. We're trying to overthrow a tyrant, but not stain ourselves with mortal sin.
Don't worry. I'm no butcher.
As soon as you have the barrel, head straight to the mine. Goliath and Hogg will be waiting for you at the camp near the entrance. Oh, and before I forget, here's a few groschen. Hopefully they'll make your search a bit easier. Take care, sir.
Hey, Henry!
Well,
your dad, you've been here
a week.
Shenyek.
I couldn't agree more.
You see, friend? We can all agree on that. We're better off without him, don't you think? Unless we start bringing in a lot more money, we'll all starve to death anyway. Shenyek is dragging us down.
No, you're right. We need to get rid of him.
You're a smart one, lad. That's what I like about you.
Consider him dead. Leave it to me.
I like your enthusiasm. Finish the job he gave you. The more chaos in the city, the better for us. But before you head to the mines, make sure Chenyek's dead, all right?
Of course. His days are numbered.
Take care. I'm sorry.
I apologize.
Keep focused. Are you Eldris, the gun forger?
Yeah, that's me. What is it you need?
I'm looking for black powder, a whole barrel. Can you help me?
Wait. Ein ganzes Fass. Forget about it. I would only sell something like that to one of my verified customers. In this case, that would be the town garrison or the King Sigismund himself. Are you one of their messengers?
How about you save the stupid questions until after you tell me where to get the powder? I'm telling you, merchant to merchant, I'll pay you with iron and fist, and you'll be happy to give me what I want, with interest.
And I'm telling you, merchant to merchant, if I had any powder, I'd be happy to give it to you. Unfortunately, I don't have any black powder at the moment. I was robbed recently. Can you believe it? Scheißdreck.
Isn't there anyone else who makes black powder?
Definitely not here in the city. Es gäbe dann einen Weg, but you cannot tell anyone I told you.
Go on then. My lips are sealed.
My business rival, Whisker of Colin, also supplies black powder to the camp. Ist ein glitschige Schlange, aber that is of no importance to you. More importantly, Whisker drives his wagon north from Colin through Bohunowitz towards the military encampment with a powder in tow. If he were to lose it, he would be in großen Schwierigkeiten.
And I'd have my powder.
Exactly. But like I said, you didn't hear it from me.
You can count on me. Thanks for the help. I really need to eat something.
Quick! Quick!
Ja! Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah. You know what they say about hindsight? Now we just need to figure out what to do.
So you're in a bit of a pickle, eh?
These damned horses, they got spooked in the forest and this is how it ended up.
You wouldn't happen to be a certain Whisker, would you?
What? Why? Who's asking?
That doesn't matter. What I'm interested in is your cargo. 1 whole barrel, to be exact.
My God. How did you know about that? Speak up or I'll call for help.
They heard you were having trouble back at camp. So they sent me here to get that barrel before everyone in the region hears about it.
Huh. I had no idea they had such good spies at the camp. All right then, here's the key. Take one of the barrels from the chest in the wagon. Apologize for me back at the camp. I'll come as soon as we get this fixed.
I feel quite hungry.
What's that?
Bailiff, I've learned something that may interest you.
All right, but schnell. I do not have all day for you.
A gang of thieves is on the prowl in the city. They call themselves the Guild, and they plan to rob allies of King Sigismund.
Halt! How in the world did you come by such information?
I met them in the hole in the wall. That's the tavern where they meet. They asked me to join them.
Wirklich? That's actually not a bad idea. I could send soldiers to the tavern, but you know how it is. Before they get there, half the gang will run off, and the rest will clam up during the interrogation. But if you would pretend to join them, then you could report their every move to me. Naturally, I would reward you accordingly for each report. What do you say?
Very well. Deal.
Ausgezeichnet. Do you have anything you would like to report right away?
The leader of the gang is named Chenyek. He told me to break into Sigismund's food stores outside the city. He wanted me to take all the sausages and leave the king a few heads of lettuce in their place.
Hurensohn! He will regret every sausage he eats. Once I get him, I will have his toenails ripped out.
But Chenyek doesn't want the sausages for himself. I'm supposed to feed the city's poor with them.
Such a waste. Hast du die Würste verschenkt? Did you hand out the sausages?
Aye. The beggars of Kuttenberg will feast better than the city council for a while.
Mein Gott.
Besides Chenyek, there's also a woman in the tavern they call Rat. She's responsible for all the petty crime in the city.
A rat, you say? I cannot wait to catch her in my trap.
Chenyek told me about a gang of thieves that once prowled the city. They used to paint various symbols on houses. But these days, nobody really knows what they mean.
And he asked you to find out for him, right?
Exactly. I was able to find a hiding spot used by that old band of thieves. There was a parchment in a chest describing what their symbols mean. Chenyek was very happy when I gave him the document showing their meanings.
I'm not surprised. That saving swine. Show me. Give it here.
Here it is.
Excellent. Here's a little something for your trouble.
I think Chenyek has gone completely mad. He intends to cave in the local mines. He says if there's no silver to be had, Sigismund will leave.
Boss? That is a step too far. It seems we will have to finally set a trap for that gang.
It wasn't easy, but I finally got that barrel of black powder.
Verdammter Scheiß. Now this is truly dangerous. You must be careful what you do now. Is that clear? Under no circumstances can you light that powder.
Well, that's about all I know.
Keep it up. Come back once you learn something.
Quick! Go! Ka!
Whoa! Everybody had a look around and found a nice dugout on the other side of the shop.
Good. For fuck's sake.
I'm here. I've got to say, that barrel sure gets heavy.
Great work. We're all ready and waiting for you.
I came as fast as I could. Getting your hands on something like this isn't easy. They guard it closer than silver.
But you did it. Now we just have to wait for nightfall.
I'll wait until the evening here with you.
Make yourself comfortable. Have a cup of wine. It's time. While we were waiting, Hog went to prepare that little surprise of ours. If I'm not mistaken, he did it. The others are stirring up a panic in the meantime. The miners have already gone to put out the fire with the guards, so we'll have the whole mine to ourselves.
Great. So what am I supposed to do?
You're in charge of the best part. You'll carry the barrel into the mine shaft, to where the main supports are. There should be a red rag hanging from one of the beams. That's exactly where the best spot is.
Christ, how the hell am I supposed to find that?
Head straight, then right at the wheelbarrow. You'll manage. Then you'll light the barrel and run for your life. The whole thing will collapse like a house of cards.
Jesus, can't someone else blow it up? Like the fella who put up the rag?
He's busy putting out the fire. Do you know how suspicious it would be if he just got up and left all of a sudden? You can do it. Besides, you've been there already.
Alright. Well, wish me luck. I've got a feeling I'm gonna need it.
Just don't dawdle. Everyone's in a panic for now because nobody knows what's actually on fire, but it won't last for long. I'll come with you to the adit and keep an eye out, just in case. Come on now, let's move. With me! Move it! They won't be putting out the fire forever.
What are you doing? That thing's aimed right at me!
Ah!
Ah! Stop fooling around!
They won't be putting out the fire forever. There's no time for chit-chat, lad. Move it!
Where now? I've definitely been this way already. I've definitely been this way already. There's the beam with the rag on. Now to get out of here. Quick. I should get a move on. It'll blow any moment now. Dele, I'm running out of time.
That was so bad. You were good. Now what's
If you value your lives, you'll pack up and leave. We've got more of those powder barrels. One more step, and we'll all blow up sooner than you can say amen.
Curva, are you out of your mind?
Try me. To hell with all of you! This isn't over! Let's go, fellas.
My God, Henry. I didn't expect that of you. You saved our bacon.
We probably shouldn't stay here for much longer.
You're right. Let's get out of here.
What are you doing? Creeping out in the dark?
You shouldn't be walking around without a... My friend, you have no idea how glad I am to see you. Have a seat over here. Let's drink to our success. It's on me.
I'd be a fool to refuse that.
Cheers, Henry. Oh, we couldn't have done it without you.
Don't mention it. We've all got the same goals.
But not all of us are willing to sacrifice something to achieve them. There were those among us who, instead of our noble mission, thought only of enriching themselves. Fortunately, they're no longer with us.
You talking about anyone in particular?
Knuckles betrayed us. Plotted against me. And when he realized he couldn't succeed, he ratted us out to the guards. He's the one that sent them to the mine.
What happened to him?
Our comrades punished him like they'd punish any traitor. I tried to avoid bloodshed for so long, I ended up getting it on my own hands.
He got what he deserved.
I believe every person is good at their core. It's their circumstances that make them evil. We can judge actions, but not merits. But enough philosophical disputations. To your health, and to the Guild of Kuttenberg.
To the health of good King Wenceslas, and all those faithful to him.
May all traitors burn in hell, and the world be brought together once more under the banner of unity. May the rotten church burn down, along with all its gluttonous prelates. May the peasants rise up like a storm and wash away all that should have been washed away long ago. May the kingdom of Christ arise and last 1,000 years.
What'll happen with the guild now?
We'll hold off on any major operations for a few weeks, until all the buzz surrounding the mines dies down. Smaller actions against Sigismund's people in the city will carry on, because they continue to be disgustingly rich. But it'd be best to wait before we do anything bigger again.
Aren't you worried we'll be followed now? Sigismund will surely want revenge for the collapsed mine.
Where there's no evidence, there's no culprit. Eldris would put himself at risk if he talked about where he got the powder. And besides Knuckles, I vouch for every one of the guildsmen.
Even on the torture rack?
Hopefully it won't come to that. And besides, Sigismund has plenty of other things to worry about.
What now? Will you continue doing what you've done until now?
Once I celebrate what we accomplished here, I'll leave to the countryside for a few weeks. I'd like to spread the word of God among the farmers there.
Aren't there priests enough?
Fuck the priests! What good ever came from them? I want to spread the true word of God. Just as our Lord did, before the Pharisees had him crucified.
Thank you, Chenyak, but I have to get going.
This isn't farewell for long. Until Sigismund and his army leave this place, we'll continue to make plans against him. We just have to lay low for a while.
Of course. Keep your heads down. But my task isn't over yet.
And I wish you the best of luck, Henry. You're capable of great things.
Links um die Ecke.
Would you like to know what the guild is up to?
Natürlich. Of course.
The guild's plan for the mines didn't work out. I took that barrel of powder, and instead of bringing it down into the mines, I just ran off with it.
My God, lad. Good work. I will take care of the so-called guild myself from now on. You have helped me more than enough.
It was my honor to serve truth and justice, sir.
And it was my honor to meet someone so passionate and honest. For that you deserve a handsome reward. Go away now.
Maybe you're not playing for the first time, but you can't be...
At your service,
Good doggy. Good boy. Lord be with...
I've got the barrel...
Good job, Henry. But hurry back to the camp. I'd love... Take care for now.
Chenyek, I've got something important to tell you. And it's not good.
The innkeep's got into the wine again? You've got to be kidding.
This is serious. It's about Knuckles.
Oh, what did he come up with this time?
He wants you dead. He even asked if I'd be the one to do it.
And? Will you?
Of course not.
I'm glad that you told me, and that you didn't actually consider doing it.
What are you gonna do?
Me and the fellas will go and have a serious talk with Knuckles, then show him the way out of the city. I'm not a traitor like he is, so I'll let him leave on his own. Farewell. Greetings to you.
Good day. You're always welcome here, noble sir.
Chenyek,
this
is... he wants you...
And?
That's exactly why I'm here.
You bastard! Pray for a quick death, you bastard!
If you've one more clue about your hell, let's go on, get it.
It's good to see you. Have a seat. Let's drink to our achievements.
I won't say no to that.
That's it. You're a hell of a bloke, Henry. Finally, we can breathe freely without all that sanctimonious bullshit about morals and values and fraternal coexistence. I can't even begin to tell you how much he pissed me off. Preaching water and drinking wine. That's just like him, the bastard. But now, the golden age is here, lad. Pure gold.
What's gonna happen to...
The guild is done. Me and some reliable fellas will keep doing what we have been, but without all that faffing about. We've got to make fill our bellies somehow, right?
Aren't you afraid of revenge?
Not a chance. I made a deal with the guards. I gave them a few names so they'll get their wanted criminals and leave the rest alone.
I was talking about Chenyak's friends.
That band of nobodies can't do nothing. Don't worry. You're safe with us.
What do you want to do now?
To get drunk. And then I'll get drunk again.
It was good to talk to you, but I have to get going.
Here, take what's yours. Your share, with interest. So you don't go around saying Knuckles is greedy. To your health. And to the future, lad.
They're called letters, and that's exactly...
Would you... Well, you know, the guild and I went to the silver mines and blew them sky high.
Was? Du Hurensohn! Could you not have prevented it?
It wasn't possible. And you yourself told me to act like one of them, didn't you?
Yes, but everything has its limits, damn it!
But let's forget about that. I reckon we should discuss my reward instead, eh?
Tell me, how am I supposed to pay you when you blew up our silver mine?
What? But I served you for so long.
But in the end, you ruined everything. Now run along, and be glad you escaped the whip. Clear off.